State, where the sole administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Bas, is asking political stakeholders to embrace reconciliation as the state moves forward. He emphasized the need for unity at a Thanksgiving service marking the winding down of the state of emergency declared by President Bola Tinubu. Correspondent Uche Okoro reports.
With the 6-month emergency rule in Rivers State set to end in less than a week, the government is reflecting on its achievements, amongst them the restoration of peace and the successful conduct of the local government election. As the administrator led officials in a Thanksgiving service, the central message was that forgiveness remains a vital catalyst for development.
If we don't let go of the past, we can't reach out for something better in the future. Men and brethren, we may have hurt each other, either by words or our actions, but we must learn to forgive so that we can move forward.
Nearly 2 years of political crisis had brought democratic governance to a standstill. Unsurprisingly, the message resonated with politicians and their supporters alike.
Seeds of reconciliation have been planted. These seeds need your deliberate nurture to take roots. Our collective sacrifices and commitment to peace is what we must all strive to guard at this time. Rivers people must rise above bitterness, rivalry, and self-interest to pursue the greater good of our state.
This development suggests that the governor, deputy governor, and legislature will resume office soon, contradicting speculation of an extended emergency rule.
Rivers State cannot afford another season of division and acrimony. We must forgive one another, reconcile with sincerity, and embrace tolerance. Let us remember that no political victory or personal gain is worth the blood of our brothers and sisters. Let us forgive, let us reconcile, and let us heal.
The clergymen also offered prayers for lasting peace and tolerance as Rivers State counts down to the return of democratic governance. Uche Okoro, TVC News, Port Harcourt.
And as the emergency rule gradually winds down in Rivers State, with Governor Fubara set to resume office, TVC News correspondent Uche Okoro joins me for more on this. Uche, I was listening to the sole administrator speaking there, and he said seeds of reconciliation has been planted. Is that how residents feel about the last 6 months?
Correct. Seeds of reconciliation have indeed been sown. Everyone feels that way. Everyone has heard it. Everyone has seen both the two major gladiators in the crisis shake hands. I've seen them hug. I've seen them attend the same events. I've seen them crack jokes. I've seen them talk with each other, and all of that. So people are saying with the optics that have been in circulation, yes, the belief is that seeds of reconciliation have indeed been sown. But the true test of the reconciliation will be seen whenever the governor is recalled and he is back to his office and the democratic governance in Rivers State fully resumes and takes off. That's when true reconciliation the reconciliation that we are seeing, we are hearing, will be tested. For now, we can say yes, both camps have both major gladiators have shaken hands, and they've agreed to sheath their swords and put the past behind them and move ahead. But I believe that the next few days and the next few weeks will say a lot about what exactly is in the minds of the politicians here in Rivers State. We have just about, I think, 4 days left. Specifically on the 18th of March, President Bola Tinubu declared that state of emergency that took everyone quite by surprise. But in about 4 days, it will be exactly 6 months. So the countdown is well on the way.
And we understand that there are disagreements over the handover protocol. Talk to us more about that. And then just also about the State House of Assembly, because again, people focus so much on the governor. There's also the resumption of the State House of Assembly members as well.
I do not expect there to be much of a challenge. I do not expect there to be much of a challenge in terms of the handover, because a good number of persons who were frontline faces in the administration of Governor Siminalayi Fubara were still seen to be working in or with the administration of the administrator. So I really do not see why there would be any controversy surrounding handover. I expect it to be smooth. Same way, when the administrator arrived in Rivers State, I was there. I saw that he was welcomed by the permanent secretary, government house, and a number of other government officials. The handover, his takeover was smooth. So I do not expect there to be any challenge with his handover, being that some elements of the Fubara administration were still part and parcel of the state of emergency government. Also, as regards the House of Assembly, yes, we expect them to also resume. But a lot of focus has been on the governor and the House of Assembly. A lot of persons seem to have forgotten that the secretary to the state government was also suspended, the chief of staff as well. All commissioners, all members and chairmen of boards, agencies, institutions, and parastatals were also suspended. Special advisors, senior special advisors were also suspended. So when the governor is called back, we expect his government to be reconstituted. We expect those government officials who were asked to take the back seat or to take a 6-month leave. We expect them to come back to their duty post. Of course, we do not know what the governor will do as regards his cabinet. Will he, dissolve the cabinet and reappoint fresh faces? That might also happen. Also, recall that a number of these boards and agencies have been reconstituted by the administrator. What's the governor going to do about that when he resumes office? The administrator had a secretary to the state government who he appointed for himself. What's the governor going to do about that when he resumes? So these are some of the things that we'll be looking out for and following up on whenever President Bola Tinubu decides to call off the state of emergency.
Absolutely, Uche. Let's not sort of forget the two speakers. We'll see how they also reconcile all of those issues. Our correspondent Uche Okoro live for us in Rivers State.